So, hi, my name's I'm a degenerate, and I'm gonna show you guys my Seeker build. I don't really show a whole lot of people. I show screenshots, stuff like this, and it's not that I don't want people to know. It's just I don't have really time. I play this game a lot, and I really don't have time to do things like this to be dead ass. So we're gonna go through it a little bit. We're gonna open up the hood and show you what's underneath. So first, we're gonna come into here. I do already have the Overture, and I do have the Lunar Radiance, and I do have two-piece Vanguard, um, with everything else three-piece gilded. People can be like, oh, yeah, whatever. Okay, this build's working. Got 70 strength. The dexterity I need to do something with, but I probably won't be able to get rid of it until I really get T2 accessories. And I want to pump up the fortitude a little bit. Okay. So this is pretty much what the gear looks like so far. This is me outside of a group, obviously, so the passives aren't taking effect. Um, so the endurances look really good. The defenses are strong. Collision resist, and all this is without food, without buff, just sitting here. Um, we're looking pretty good. I get people look at the cooldown speed and stuff like that. This is all about management. This build is totally management. You gotta be on your P's and Q's for mana and for your cooldowns and such. Okay? So then we're gonna come into here and we're gonna look at the skills I use. Now, I've done a lot of testing in large scale. This is my ZVZ slash GVG build. I do have something a little bit smaller for small scale, but you don't get to see that. So we got Flash Wave, we got the Cleanse, we got Tornado, Chanting Time to give to my DPS. We got the Heal Circle with mana. Don't be stingy to your team, okay? If anything, make it smaller. That mana will help your team tremendously, okay? If you're like, oh, well, it's a net negative, I don't care, okay? It's a net positive overall, in my opinion. Then the Invincible Wall, if anything, this is really the first skill I'm going to swap out. This and my sleep. Because the sleep, it's very situational. Um, I do land it on a lot of people. It's situational. If you don't have a lot of magic hit chance, wait until somebody's morphed. Okay? Bam. Pretty much 9 out of 10 times you're going to hit sleep on them. Okay? Then you got your crutch. You got your single heal, your blessed berry, your group heal. The group heal with the wand gives you a shitty heal circle eye effect. I say it's like with seeker build, it's like 3 to 600 depending on the heal received of the person for 6 seconds. So it's a shitty heal circle. And in my invoker build, it does about 1200 a second, and that's because the staff passes and stuff like that. Okay, so now we're going to go over to the specialization tab. Okay, now this is just what I test. This is what I like. Okay, this fits my build. I don't care if people don't like it. This is what I make work. Alright, I go for Whirlpool. I go for the Vigorous. I go for both on Tornado. And if you haven't seen, I'll go through this in a second, but this Whirlpool for Tornado hooks up your whole group with movement speed. And the pull off this is huge, okay? So then I got the initial debuff. I got the healing touch if it removes the debuff. I got the wider flash wheel, wave heal. Because sometimes groups be wilding out, not stacking up. It's not really for the damage. It's more just easier to heal the group. And we're gonna go over to wand. Okay. I have a ridiculous amount of range on this current build, and I'll show you in a minute. I think it's like 25 meters, 23 meters, somewhere around there, and it's going to go up. Okay, so I don't use the skill range. I got feet, I move. Okay, then I got mana recovery, because in my opinion, again, don't be stingy. Give your allies mana. I get it's going to cost you mana. Find ways around that mana efficiency. Make sure you got mana food on. Make sure you got mana elixir on. There's ways around it, alright? I got the enchanting time. My enchanting time is in my mastery. I'll show you that later. The clay salvation, I hit the range increase. If anything, this is the first thing to go away for 3 points. Okay, the extra weaken removal. I like as many cleanses as possible. Okay, then my fountain of life, I got the recovery. I don't have the extra duration, and I don't have the radius. People give you shit, and you know what? You got to have trade offs, right? I would have to work out some other way to get 4 points. And right now in this build, I can't do that unless I lose this, and then I can manage around. But this ability is huge with the new passive, and I'm gonna show the new mastery, and I'm gonna show you this. So now we're gonna go into weapon mastery, all right, and we're gonna go into my wand first, so I don't lose my train of thought. Now this applies enchanting time, enables user to pass through a target, and grants the effect that absorbs equal to 400% of the base damage. Lasts for 6 seconds. So what's gonna happen is when you cast enchanting time on somebody now, right? I got my enchanting time right here. I'm gonna cast it. Bam. I'm gonna get 2 buffs. I'm gonna get the skill damage and pass through target, and I'm gonna get the health shield. Now I get it. The shield's not huge, okay? But it's still something better than nothing. I actually really like that. I'm gonna screw around with it and see if I can get it to scale higher or lower. See what actually hits it. Can heavy hits make it crit just like devoted? So we'll see. All right. Then on here, I'm gonna work in which one was I looking at? No, it's not really the touch of despair. I am gonna go for this. Okay, so it's inherently gonna unlock. All right, I think I don't know if I can go, and I don't really want to go on the DPS side too much of the wand because there's too much trade off. Now there is some things I want to get. I want to get this. I want to get this definitely, which will give me the RAS effect, which I got to test with. It reads really well. I get it. It's alright. I really like these more for right now, so I'm willing to go for this and use this later while still going for this right now. Alright? Like that helps with my cooldown speed. Now you see like the lower cooldown speed, you can make it work with the masteries. You don't have to fucking just go full on cooldown speed. Then we're gonna go for the wand. Or the bow, sorry. So the bow, I like a lot of these things. Alright? That's why I'm stacking them up. Alright? Now, some of this stuff, eh, it's alright. Like I wanna get some of these good stats in here. And then we'll work from there. Like the range hit chance, later down the road. I don't really need it super right now. The evasion for my build is dog shit. The critical damage resistance will be good. The skill damage would be good. Okay, so there is some onesies and twosies. I think I want to get up to about 135. And we'll be solid on the bow and wand. So, yep, that's my build. That's the skills I use. It's why I use them. Feel free to disagree. That's fine.